The other day, I read a newspaper report about a young lady who was trying to go through Dubai airport security. Apparently, a young couple from Mexico who lived in France were traveling through Dubai to go to the US to attend a course there. Now, they wanted to pass through Dubai because they had heard a lot about Dubai and the many exciting things that happened there. They enjoyed themselves thoroughly for the weekend. And when they were leaving, the young lady was asked to take off a corset that she was wearing below her dress. She explained that this was a corset given to her for her spinal condition by the French doctors, and that it took two people to take it off and to put it back on again. Now, the security staff insisted that she take it off, and with the help of one of the women, she took the corset off. And everything was fine. They checked it. She was asked to put it back on again. There was no help forthcoming at that time. But she managed somehow or the other to put the corset back. And in the process, she may have accidentally brushed against one of the women or bumped into her while leaving the security booth. Now, this was not taken too kindly by the security staff, who started a prosecution against her for obstructing a public servant from doing his duty. Now, this is a serious offense, and they were asked to stay back. They were not allowed to board the aircraft, the couple, and they had to stay back at their own expense in a hotel and attend to court hearings. I don't know what happened after that, but it reminded me of a case, of a situation that I faced many years ago in Brussels. We had been invited out to a friend's place for lunch on a Saturday morning, and while my family was getting ready, I drove out to get the car filled with petrol. As I left my lane and turned onto the main road, Chaussée de Charleroi, a green taxi came hurtling down from the wrong side of the road and smashed straight into my car. There was nothing I could do. The taxi driver came out apologizing profusely and said, "I'll fix your car." Now, I was 28. I did not know what to do. So I thought that, I said, "Okay, go ahead." But I thought that I had to inform the police, which I did. Now, the taxi driver was very unhappy. Apparently, for an offense like that, it is a very serious matter. It involved complete negligence, dangerous driving, and threat to injury and life in Europe. And if it is done, a person could face a jail sentence. And if a taxi driver does it, he would certainly face the loss of his license as well as a jail sentence. I didn't know all this. I was acting in innocence. So when the police came, they took our names and addresses and all that, and they went away. They said, "We'll be in touch." I somehow or the other managed to straighten the fender and drove out. Now, when I went to the person's place, I was going for lunch. They told me, "Why did you get into all this?" I said, "I didn't know." Well, the next day I got a call from the police station. They said that we have prepared your written statement. Please come and sign it. Now, my French was not too good, so I asked Reena at the Indian Embassy, whose French was very good, to come with me to the police station. She readily agreed, which was very good of her. Now, we went to the police station the next day, and they gave us a statement, and I gave it to Reena to read. Now, Reena read it, and he said, "Do you know, Amitabha, what they have written here is exactly the opposite of what happened. You are going to face prosecution if you sign the statement." Now, I told the policeman that, "Look, I don't agree with the statement," and we left. The police didn't give up. The next day, they landed up at the embassy to find out if we were really at the embassy and if Reena was indeed a diplomat. They found out that it was true. So they realized that there could be a diplomatic issue if they proceeded further, and they dropped the matter. But the taxi union, which had colluded with the police to set up this trap, did not. A few days later, I found my car missing from in front of our apartment building. Apparently, it had been taken and parked at a distance so that I couldn't find it. But I found it, and I retrieved it and parked it safely. Now, what I did was perfectly legitimate. I was within my rights to do it. And I'm sure If it had been a European doing it, he would have faced no harassment at all of the kind that I faced. Similarly, if the young lady at Dubai airport was a citizen of Dubai, or if she was a European, she would never have faced this problem. And if I had signed that statement, I would have been facing prosecution like this young lady in Dubai.